Do you think that's enough drink you're pouring in there?
Okay, so we're at the letters portion of the show. And as you know, recently, the letters portion has been accompanied by the lovely and talented Brooke. So let's bring in Brooke, see what she's got going on. Hey, Brooke, how are you?
Brooke here.
Oh, it's always good to see you. You're looking terrific. What do you got for us?
Glad to be here.
So, letters. What do you have for letters this week?
This week's letter has to do with a video posted on the same YouTube channel as this show.
Oh.
The video titled, Back in the Sack.
Yeah. It's a back in the sack. It's quite the number, isn't it?
The email is from me, Lace, in Philadelphia.
Oh, Lace, Philadelphia. Yeah, what do you have to
The
say?
email was a tad long, but the gist of the email boiled down to a question when he should expect a royalty check.
Oh, yeah, royalty check. Well, you know, that's a complicated thing with the royalty checks.
Should I reply?
Yeah, you're going to have to get back to him. Tell him we're working on it.
I will be sure to let him know.
Okay. All right, thanks a lot, Brooke.
Toodaloo.
All right, okay. The royalty check thing, yeah, that's complicated for sure. Complicated. Hey, welcome to the drinking portion of A Drink with Jeff. As you know, the drinking portion of A Drink with Jeff is administered by the man across the ocean, the man from the pond, Arthur. So let's go ahead and bring him in and see what's going on.
Arthur here.
Hey, Arthur, what's going on? It's good to see you. What's happening this week?
We are introducing a new approach to the drink.
Cool. What's with the barrel?
Well, really, this is quite simple. We have an authentic milk barrel donated by Casa de Cisne.
Oh,
it
that's
is called what you Americans call nips.
Nothing wrong with the nip.
You reach in and select one, and that is the item for this show.
Okay. Well, that sounds cool. Let's try it.
Well, that is an exciting choice.
I agree.
Tally ho.
Thank you
All right.
much. So now that we selected an alcohol, thanks to Arthur and his new barrel process, let's get into actually drinking the alcohol. So as we can see, it's Woodford Reserve. Let's get a little information on that. All right, so we've got Woodford Reserve. It's 42% by volume. I believe it is made in Kentucky. Yes, it is. And it's considered a bourbon whiskey. And we all know the difference. We don't have to go through that. But if you're unclear, we'll cover that at some point. I've had Woodford Reserve before, so this is not a new one for me. But it is, I want to state it, it truly is worth a review. So we're not going to go with any ice because it's only a 50 ml bottle. So we're not going to water it down at all. We're going to drink this straight, as they say. Here's our glass. Woodford Reserve. All right. Got a beautiful, rich caramel presentation. Produces a nice set of legs on the glass. Take a sniff. Floral. It's got a floral flavor. It's thick, up in the nose, but very, very rich. You can smell flowers, peat, but not a whole lot. All right, ready? Take a little sip. It's thick on the tongue. A little bit of a bite back here, right behind your nose, and a nice burn. It does have a burn. If you don't like whiskey that has a snap to it, this may not be your choice, but if you do, if you enjoy the feeling of the burn, this is an excellent choice. Let's take a larger drink. Oh, that's good. It's good on the nose. It's good on the palate. This is an excellent sipping bourbon. I would give this, this is a gift bourbon if you really think about it. We'll finish it off. Yes, sir. Okay. So, as Luke has established the rating scale, the top of the chart is a Barstool number 1. This falls into the top of that category. There are other bourbons and ryes that compete with this, but there's nothing about this. This is a sit down, order it now, order it again. All right, that's our drink for the week or this episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and please, if you get a chance, you should try out Woodford's Reserve. Hey, welcome to the toast portion of A Drink with Jeff. Everyone, or most people, are familiar with Martin Luther King, or MLK as he was called. They're aware of his achievements and his commitment, and ultimately the sacrifice he put in to help better not Black Americans, but America as a whole. He really requires no introduction. However, I want to offer a toast to a man that made a great commitment to the U.S. in improving it and helping the citizens of this country. His work was and possibly is less recognized, but truly just as important. His name was Leon Sullivan, or as most who knew him, Reverend Sullivan. Born October 16, 1922, in Charleston, West Virginia. He was a graduate of the West Virginia State College, the Union Theological Seminary, and Columbia University. Reverend Sullivan, in the course of his life, received over 30 honorary degrees from universities and colleges like and including Dartmouth, Princeton, University of Pennsylvania, and Yale. Leon Howard Sullivan was a Baptist minister, a civil rights leader, and a social activist. But his focus was on the creation of job training opportunities for African Americans. For over 30 years, Reverend Sullivan was the pastor of the Zion Baptist Church in Philadelphia. Under his tutelage, the church grew from 600 members to 6,000, making it back in the day one of the largest churches in America. But that really isn't a reason to give a toast. There are lots of large churches now in America. What I want to focus on is what he did outside of the church. In 1964, Reverend Sullivan founded Opportunities Industrialization Centers of America, or OIC as it was called, and still is, a program sponsoring training and retraining. OIC was the first program of its kind in the United States. This is in 1964. As of today, OIC can state it has trained millions of men and women and placed them in gainful employment. OIC is in over 100 cities across the United States. OIC International was founded by Reverend Sullivan in 1969. By 1989, in a short 20 years, 17 African OICs were operating in 12 countries, graduating more than 20,000 trainees a year. As of now, in the U.S. alone, OIC America is in 19 states with 30 affiliates, 150 programs, and serves 80,000 people per year. That is impressive. But wait, there's more. Reverend Sullivan founded Progress Investment Associates. Progress Investment Associates went on to create Progress Plaza, the largest shopping center built and owned and operated by people of color in America at that time. Progress Investment Associates built Zion Gardens, a city garden apartment complex that was the first of its kind in the East. PIA created Progress Haddington Shopping Plaza and Progress Human Services Center, a multi-million-dollar facility constructed in the heart of Philadelphia, which provides multiple social, health, and human services to residents of the community. PIA built Opportunities Tower 1 and Opportunities Tower 2, housing complexes in Philadelphia for senior citizens. In 1977, Reverend Sullivan initiated the Code of Conduct, the Sullivan Principles, for companies operating in South Africa that became the standard for social responsibility and equal opportunity for companies in South Africa, as well as other parts of the world. The Sullivan Principles were widely acknowledged to be one of the most effective efforts in working to end discrimination in the workplace in the Republic of South Africa. Again, very impressive. But wait, there's more. Sullivan established the International Foundation for Education and Self-Help, IFESH. The mission of IFESH was and is to help American companies, institutions, and individuals to get involved in improving the conditions of people primarily in Africa and other developing countries. Reverend Sullivan went on to author 4 books. Sullivan's work was built on the principle of self-help, which provides people with the tools to help themselves overcome barriers of poverty and oppression. In his lifetime, people of color had been excluded from the types of training which led to better paying jobs. Sullivan realized that simply making jobs available was not enough. He said, "I found that we needed training. Integration without preparation is frustration." A great quote. His work, commitment, and insight and principles have helped millions around the world. Reverend Sullivan died on April 24th, 2001. However, OIC lives on to this day. Here's to you, Reverend Sullivan. Thank you. Well, that's it for us. I hope you enjoyed the show. And remember, there are good people in this world. Be one.